Hey guys, you're watching MattTheMusketeer, and today I have some more Crysis 3 multiplayer gameplay for you. Now once again, this is on the PC, and it is in Ultra Settings. Now recently, I actually started doing all of my YouTube videos in 1080p, and it is something that I forgot to mention, so if you haven't noticed already, you can now watch all of my videos in 1080p, and appreciate this game and its ultra graphics just that little bit more. Now whilst I'm talking about my videos, it was only actually when I uploaded my first Crysis 3 video that I noticed that when I record Crysis 3, it actually picks up the recording program I use in the top left corner there. Those two figures you can see, the one on the left side is the frame rate that I'm playing at, and the one to the right of that is the frame rate that I'm recording at. And the program that I use to record on PC is called DxTory. So hopefully that answers a lot of your questions, because I get asked about 3 or 4 times a day which programs I use to record and what kind of frame rates I get when I'm playing in Ultra. So as you can see from this gameplay here, as I play in Ultra, I get between about 80 and 100 frames as I'm playing, so hopefully you guys might find that a little bit interesting and it answers some of your questions. Now the reason behind the title of today's video, The Hunter Becoming the Hunted, is because as you can see here, I am actually playing the Hunter game mode, but I'm not on the hunting team. I'm on the prey team, if you want to call it that, or the team that is being hunted down. But instead of sitting around and waiting to get taken out by some invisible bitch with a bow and arrow, I decided to go proactive and try and hunt these guys down. Now having a 5.1 surround sound really did help during this mission, because whilst these guys are invisible, their footsteps are pretty loud and you can hear them coming from a mile off. Now I have actually only played a few matches on this game type so far, and whilst there are only 2 game types on the beta, this is quickly becoming my favourite. But unlike a lot of people that I see on YouTube, I actually prefer being on the hunted team rather than running around with my bow and arrow in stealth mode trying to take guys out. There is something about the idea of being hunted down by an invisible enemy who you can only hear their footsteps, and you have to have all your sensors on high alert to try and spot those little glances of movement and hear those footsteps that I find really exhilarating. So far I'm really enjoying this game mode. Now at the start of this round, before I burnt up all my ammunition for it, you can see that I'm using the Cell semi-automatic shotgun. Holds about 16 rounds if you have the extended magazine on it. Now in my first thoughts video I mentioned that I think the shotguns are a little bit overpowered, and that is something that I still stand by, and since then a lot of other YouTubers like LevelCap have also mentioned that they think the shotguns are overpowered, so it's something that I do think could be tweaked and sorted out a little bit. Now there are other reasons in this video why I was also using the shotgun, one of which is because I'm still struggling with the mouse acceleration in the game. Now the mouse acceleration in this game makes it quite difficult to aim down the scopes with and get used to. Now I play Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Battlefield, all on PC, all of which I have no problems with the aiming system and getting used to. But because of the mouse acceleration, it's making this game really difficult and quite frustrating actually to get used to the aiming system. So for that reason I was using the shotguns, were a little bit easier in a close situation to aim and just fire from the hip and take down targets, as you can see me doing here. And obviously because it's a little bit overpowered, as I said, it gives you that advantage at close range. Now for any of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about or play on console and of course don't struggle with mouse acceleration, what it basically means is as I'm moving around now and not looking down my sights and things, I'm not really struggling with the controls, it's pretty easy to use. But when you try and turn, when you're looking down the scope and other things like that, and you try and turn, for the longer you turn, the quicker it speeds up. So it's quite hard to judge where your cursor is going to end up. For the longer you turn, it begins to speed up, and it's not at a set motion speed, so it makes it really hard to get used to and judge your kind of movement of the gun and the aimer, because it's constantly changing speed a little bit, which makes things a little bit jumpy and a little bit hard to control. So it's the kind of thing, as I said, that if it's a very small aspect of the game, and it would be a real shame to see something so small and so easy to fix ruin such a potentially great game. But that's enough on my thoughts on this game at the moment. I now want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Tell me if you play on Xbox, PS3 or PC and you've played this beta. Tell me what you think of it so far, and tell me what things you'd like to see get changed before the full game is released. Now of course this is a pretty late beta to be released. The full game comes out in a couple of weeks time, so any changes they're going to make are going to be pretty last minute. But anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said, throw me a comment, throw me a like if you enjoyed it. I'll be back on Sunday with a Battlefield Bad Company 2 video, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.